Hi everyone, quick announcement before we begin this week's news summary. If you study at Bristol University, you can vote for me in the student leader elections for senior representative for the School of Sciences. It doesn't matter what course you're on, you can still vote for me. Voting opens Monday the 26th of April at 10 AM and closes on Thursday the 29th at 4 PM. On Monday, I'll upload links to the official voting page, but as far as I'm aware, you need to put me as your first choice. More details to come. Enjoy the news summary. Hello everyone and welcome back to What Matters in the 17th instalment of this series. Now, let's get straight into the news for this week. I've got some important stories, and a lot of them you've probably already heard a bit about, and you definitely will on Monday. So, because by Wednesday morning, this story was completely crushed, and rightly so. The big six English football clubs, Arsenal, mediocre, Liverpool, Man City, Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur have all formally begun processes of withdrawing themselves from the European Super League, and on Monday they were looking at actually introducing themselves into it. Critics and an overwhelming majority of fans campaigned and protested against the move, which is purely driven by money and greed and would destroy domestic leagues and is completely against the integrity of the sport. All this coincides with Jose Mourinho, the Spurs manager, being sacked. As Daniel Levy says, on a personal level, I've enjoyed working with him and I regret that things have not worked out as we have both envisaged. With Ryan Mason, the coach in charge of youth development, taking the position of head coach, we won 2-1 on Wednesday against Southampton. Cheers for the penalty. With the cup final today against Manchester City. Now, obviously, this goes out later in the day. I filmed this on a Saturday these days, so I don't know the score yet, but touch wood we win. That'd be great. On Tuesday, radical new climate change targets will set the UK on course to cut carbon emissions by 78% by 2035, Boris will announce this week. The Independent Climate Change Committee, the CCC, report accepted by the government says low carbon investment must scale up to 50 billion a year in the UK for it to be made possible to be meeting that 78% carbon reduction by 2035. For Labour, Shadow Business Secretary Ed Miliband said the character of this government on climate change is now clear. Targets without delivery. Well, Mr. Miliband, we will see about that, won't we? But, you know, I've got climate change, the big proposals, but not a lot of delivery, so I have to agree with him partly on that, but we'll see how we get on. We've got a long way to go. On Wednesday, a US jury has found former police officer Derek Chauvin guilty of murder over the death of George Floyd last year. This is a trial that I know many of us have been waiting to hear the result of, and here it is. Chauvin, whatever his name is, was found guilty of 3 charges: second-degree murder, third-degree murder and manslaughter. In Minnesota, second-degree murder carries a sentence of 40 years, third-degree murder is punishable for 25 years, and second-degree manslaughter is punishable for up to 10 years. His final sentencing is still unknown, yet Mr. Chauvin is expected to appeal the verdict, and he's actually been held in isolation for about 23 hours a day for his own safety. So, you know, we probably know what would happen if he went out on the street. He'd get absolutely mobbed, which rightly so. On Thursday, the Moxie unit is a small instrument on NASA's Perseverance Range rover on Mars, has made oxygen from the planet's carbon dioxide atmosphere. Expectation is that it can produce up to 10 grams of O2 per hour, enough oxygen for an astronaut to breathe on Mars for roughly 20 minutes, which is a fantastic scientific breakthrough. It's fantastic stuff. And just shows the bounds that science can push. It's fantastic. On Friday, a tiny moose deer is born during lockdown in Bristol Zoo and is only 20 centimetres or 8 inches tall from its shoulder, which is the height of a pencil. Moose deer are native to Southeast Asia, and when fully grown, the infant will weigh about 1.5 kilograms of free limbs. So it's really, really tiny thing. It's unbelievable. I've left a link to the photo below. And on Saturday, I do not know how to pronounce this name, so I'm going to put a little thing up on screen so you can try and have a read of it yourself. Fagradalsfjall volcano has been erupting for just over a month, the first eruption of its kind in more than 800 years. Iceland's band KO hiked to the lava stream to shoot a live performance, and at least one couple have been filmed getting married there. The things people do for the perfect photos beyond me. Anyway, that is all the news from this week. Hope you're all having a fantastic week. I hope you're enjoying the sun. It's absolutely beautiful out there today. And yeah, hope you have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you all very soon.